Important reminders, because right now the cleaning is underway. You know, a
It'll
lot of
continue for a
residents are
while.
finally
Yeah.
coming out and removing that.
Absolutely. And now more rain in the forecast. That's why this flood watch has been extended through Tuesday morning, as we're not yet done. I mean, this again, it reminds me of that fact that we're in a time of year that we don't get these big cold fronts to change the air mass. So we continue to replenish all this moisture with southeast winds. There's good tropical moisture available this time of year. So that's why we continue to just see rain upon rain event and these huge just rain blasts that occur like we saw early this morning. You see it over my shoulder. We'll take a closer look. First, San Antonio, 4 views of her, and you'll see a few breaks in the clouds at Morgan's Wonderland. And also notice that we've got it over Calaveras Lake, a couple little spots of blue sky. Looks a little hazy into downtown and San Antonio International. Soil moisture is very high, so temperatures are struggling to get to the 90s. We've got 82 out at Hondo, 77 up at Bandera. Look at Timberwood Park for 86, Seguin's at 92, so the 90s are mainly to the east out there. To Calaveras Lake, again, a couple of breaks. You see a little bit of blue sky. Your evening forecast calling for temperatures to actually go down probably into the lower 80s by 9 o'clock or so. And there could be a few showers in about the 6 to 9 p.m. hour. I'm watching some of this activity down I-35 that could slowly drift in our direction. The main area of rainfall that just exploded early this morning, watch right here at Eagle Pass. This rain just did not quit, and then it shifted off to the east, and it was over Uvalde County for about 2 hours. But again, look at just how long it sat. Northern Maverick, southern Kinney, and then it just shifts over to the east. These mesoscale convective systems that are self-sustaining and just generate thunderstorms. They're like thunderstorm machines, if you will, and they just continue to generate a good amount of rainfall in one spot. We did see a few downpours across San Antonio right along the 281 corridor from south of downtown right up through Timberwood Park, but now it's off to the east near Gonzales for some heavy rain that's adding up quickly. No flood threat there, but look at these amounts. If you weren't with me off the top of the show, recount these for you. This was close to a foot of rain. Again, southern Kinney, northern Maverick counties north of Eagle Pass. Then once you get up towards Concan, that was another little 10-inch explosion of rain. And it was an additional 2 inches in Kerr and Hunt. Kerrville Hunt area. That's just incredible. And notice how it's again positioned off to our west. Once you get into the San Antonio area, about 1.5 inches northern Atascosa County. Now, San Antonio is included now in this flood watch through Tuesday morning. You see the river flood warnings. You can see a part of the Guadalupe near Kerrville, and then this is the Frio. And we're going to watch, of course, for some rising water heading down towards Frio County and Pearsall in these evening hours. Now, the excessive rain outlook was right on the money with, you can see that pocket of 3 out of 4 moderate risk of flooding rains, and it did extend as far east as Bandera and almost Kendall County. This is mainly for today and tonight. Now, once we get into tomorrow, there's nothing showing on the excessive rain outlook. That is good news. But as we work our way into the evening, additional showers and downpours could be a problem because we still have the ability to rain at about 2 to 3 inches per hour. And with those kind of rainfall rates and our high soil moisture content, we don't have anywhere to put this water. So anything that falls goes right to runoff. Here's the 9 p.m. radar, and it's pretty scattered throughout San Antonio, but it goes right down from Hondo to Pearsall to Cotulla, and then we get heavy rain. This is the 11 o'clock hour. You know, it's not too often we pray for it not to rain like this, but this is one of those times because we do not need any of this at 11 o'clock tonight, and that's Bandera right up into Kerrville, Hunt, and Ingram. Notice that as we get into the 4 a.m. hour, it's more out to the west, Del Rio up to Rock Springs. Everything's staying pretty dry in San Antonio, and that's the case again tomorrow. Definitely the case on Wednesday. We're going to start watching some of this moisture move out, and we're going to dry out. But look at this big pool of moisture coming in from the east. This is a tropical system, not just yet, but it's an area of thunderstorms on the eastern coast of Florida that's got a 20 or 30% chance of crossing over the peninsula and developing into our next named storm, which, if we check the list, we've gotten through Chantal. The next one up is Dexter. 14-day forecast time as we expect temperatures to stay a bit rain-cooled, but not for too long. 94 tomorrow. Weather impact alert for the first half of Tuesday because the flood watch is only up until tomorrow morning. Then we've got mid-90s heading through midweek, an isolated shower possible Friday, but that's about it. Very dry forecast, and then we're really warming up as we get into these final days. In the last weekend of July, you can see we'll be flirting with 100-degree afternoons by then, and only an isolated shower on the 23rd and 24th. Sarah?